2017, CNN published a report on a study that essentially said that kids who are mad about dinosaurs turn into smart kids. So dinosaurs make for smart kids. All right, so this video might be the most important video that you ever watch in your entire life. So take it from CNN. I know CNN comes up with some nonsense sometimes, but some of the scientific articles are pretty good. So dinosaurs make for smart kids. How cool is that? So now that we've got you here, please like, please share and subscribe to the Dino Zone. All right, so pressing on. The fact that you are here tells me that you are already a dinosaur fan, or you have someone in your life who is a complete and utter dinosaur fan. So you are halfway there to raising a smart kid or being a smart kid yourself. All right, let's move on to other things. Also, equally as important. So I'm going to talk about the Bone Diggers Club. So you're going to ask, what is the Bone Diggers Club? So apart from that 2017 CNN study, the Bone Diggers Club is all about dinosaurs, but it's more than that. It's about teaching life skills. It's about getting the kids confident. It's getting the kids to have fun, and it's getting the kids to go on an amazing adventure. Well, we're going to take the kids on amazing adventures. So any dinosaur expedition needs good expedition members, people who can look after themselves, keep themselves healthy, keep themselves fed, keep themselves hydrated. You also need to be able to cook. You need to be able to maintain a vehicle. You need to be able to find your way. You need to know how to use a compass. You need to know how to use a map. You need to know how to use a GPS system. You need to find your way on Google Earth. All these modern tools that our ancient paleontologist friends never had. All right, so all those basic skills. You need to be able to tie a knot, to do basic first aid, all the skills that you need to have on a dinosaur adventure, an expedition. But those skills, this is for you, the parent, those skills are so useful in later life on that greatest expedition of them all, and that is called life, that great adventure. So we here at the Dino Zone are going to take your kids on an expedition, and we're going to teach them those life skills, those amazing life skills. I was a Cub Scout as a youngster. My parents sent me there, and it wasn't the coolest thing sometimes, but my goodness me, to this day I still use some of those skills. And so the Bone Diggers Club is like Cub Scouts on steroids. And then moving on from those life skills, those expedition skills, that great adventure, we're going to talk about dinosaurs. All right, so I know there's a lot of talk about a lack of numerical skills in the schools, a lack of science skills in the schools. And so we're going to try and stimulate the kids. And this is going back to that CNN thing. Try and stimulate the kids and their learning and get them really enthusiastic about dinosaurs. And in that, we can start introducing interesting subjects like biology, botany, paleontology, geology. And of course, a lot of those subjects also rely on a bit of mathematics and a bit of chemistry and a bit of physics. In fact, there's actually, if you go and study those subjects, there are huge dollops of maths and chemistry and physics in that. But we don't want to bewilder or overwhelm the kids with all that kind of information, but we'll subtly introduce those subjects. And how we're going to do that? We're going to talk about flagship dinosaurs. We're going to talk about the famous paleontologists who dug them up. We're going to talk about where these amazing creatures, the dinosaurs, the bones, the skeletons, where they house. In other words, the famous museums, where to go and see these amazing creatures. All right, so that's all about dinosaurs, paleontology, a bit of geology, botany, biology, all those kind of things. We're going to look at fossils and dinosaurs and kind of dive in a little bit deep. But we're going to keep it fun and light and entertaining for the kids. So that's going to stimulate that interest in dinosaurs and paleontology, which, referencing back to that CNN study, is going to do fantastic things for their education and for making smart kids. And we all want smart kids, don't we? But there's even more to the Bone Diggers Club. We've also put together a whole package of puzzles, word games, coloring in pages, downloadable cutouts that you can build paper dinosaurs. There's a whole gamut of stuff there. All right, so that's going to be also some amazing thing that you can do with your kids, and you can set them up on their own, and they can do that during those long and interminable holidays when you don't know what to do with them and everybody's bored. And boredom leads to creativity, and we're going to assist you in terms of developing their creativity too. As Sir Ken Robinson said in his TED Talk a couple of years back, well, more than that now, but we have to, because we don't know where the world is going and what we need to teach the kids. We don't know what the world's going to look like next year, never mind what it's going to look like in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So we have to bring that creativity to the fore. So the Dino Zone, the Bone Diggers Club, is going to stimulate that creativity and allow you to download a whole lot of stuff that you can share with the kids. You can do the activities with the kids, so that's great bonding time. But you can also set them up on their own, and they can do the work and have fun, and you can get some real me time or get some downtime, because I know kids can be hard work. And some of those activities are really tactile things, absolutely tactile. Coloring in, cutting, painting, drawing, gluing, stitching, all that kind of stuff. So that also gets the kids away from those horrible things called screens. And as you and I know, those things are becoming increasingly problematic. We've also got a party pack that you can download so you can be the best mom or dad. You can download it. It's got all sorts of ideas and recipes on how to run the best ever children's dinosaur-themed birthday party. So how cool is that, eh? Another bonus of being a member of the Bone Diggers Club is that you join an international community of kids throughout the world, and you can all collaborate and be part of this grand adventure. So we are the Bone Diggers, and that's going to be the most fun for you ever as you become a member of our exclusive club, where you learn about dinosaurs and paleontology and all those lovely things. All right, so that's also a very good reason to be a member of the Bone Diggers Club. The Bone Diggers Club also gives you discounts. So when you come onto the DinoZone Shopify shop, you will get cheaper deals on all those fantastic toys and merchandise and clothing that we have at the dinosaur shop. So we're looking forward to having you coming and visiting the shop, the online shop. And remember, as a member of the club, you will get cheaper deals. All right, so that's another reason why you need to be a member of the Bone Diggers Club. And once you sign up for the Bone Diggers Club, we'll send you a cap, a t-shirt, a badge, and a certificate to tell the world that you are a member of the Bone Diggers Club, the BDC. Right, so we can't wait to have you along on that adventure too. And then I'm going to finish up here now. We're going to have smarter kids. If you become a member of the Bone Diggers Club, your kids are going to be smarter. They're going to have their interest stimulated in terms of the sciences, maths, chemistry, physics, geology, paleontology. And we're going to start them off, and we're going to take them through on this beautiful journey. And we're going to teach them life skills. We're going to build confidence. They're going to become, as I said, it's like Cub Scouts on steroids, being able to be self-sufficient and confident young people for that great adventure, that fantastic adventure called life. So what's not to like about that? So please click on the link below. We'll take you through to the registration for the Bone Diggers Club, and we'll see you on the other side. So don't miss out on this, because the Bone Diggers Club is geared up to kids and stimulating them, making them smarter and turning them into confident, self-sufficient young people. And those skills are going to stand them in later life. So if you don't click on the link, you might never ever see us again. And that would be too tragic to contemplate. It's like the dinosaurs going extinct. It would be absolutely terrible. Mind you, I'm not sure if we want a dinosaur T-Rex wandering around up and down our high streets anymore, but that's another story. So make sure you click on that link, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. And then, as I said, this might be the most important video you ever see in your life. So sign up for the Bone Diggers Club. So we'll see you in our Jurassic world, going on dinosaur adventures together. So we can't wait to go bone digging with you. We'll see you on the other side.